When we talk about the mental aspect of a professional esports player, they sacrifice a lot. Many people don't see that. All of a sudden you're not at home anymore. All of a sudden there is a complete new environment. There's a lot of attention, there's fans, there's noise, there's media, social media, and you kind of watched for every single step you are doing. We really know with better mental, we will have also better functioning human being, and it's as simple as this.
It's really stressful in general to be a pro player because there's always going to be people pushing it to the limit and you're kind of forced to do the same. So there's a lot of stress involved, and I think for me, I think I've been pretty good at coping with it. Like I don't really let it get to me that much, and I think for some people, like working out helps a lot with dealing with stress, and I guess having someone to talk to or being able to let out. And I think that's really important for a player and just for us in general.
Yeah, it's really important to understand that we are not like a traditional sports team, completely top-down. We have a clear hierarchy that people know, okay, Alex and Joey are there for the in-game, Fabian and Simon are there for outside of the game. They know where to go for whatever issue. We have clear in-game and outside of the game goal settings, individual goals, team goals, and what we agree on, and they will get held accountable for those.
Each person has different goals and strengths, weaknesses, and you want to work on both of them, you know, keeping up the strengths and working on your weaknesses, and you set different goals, whatever.
I think me and him set up a goal that I need to speak a certain amount of sentences, like each minute. So yeah, I guess that has helped me improve a bit with my communication in the team. I don't know really, he has just been really helpful and he's always really nice. He calms me down a lot, so he helps me when I have any issues. It's really nice.
Motivation is pretty key because they're spending most of their time, years of their teenagers, early 20s, where people would say that's their prime of their life. So what happens if you're winning or you're doing really good? Intrinsic motivation can decrease, but to stay in this competition and maybe missing out on winning the league and still compete and do every single day hard work in order to reach this could obviously also be really hard on you. So motivation is absolutely key because this is something we can't really train. There might be obstacles, there might be different factors. They decrease motivation or they make it really hard. We are always there to support them, but in the end it also has to come from the athlete. There's obviously also a lot of competitive or external pressures for a professional athlete. How much do you know about yourself being around people or away from home? And what is your personality and what's important to understand for yourself in order to feel great about yourself, feeling welcome in an environment, but also to understand each other. If you haven't really dealt with discussions or disputes or different opinions, then it might be really stressful for you.
I guess speaking out more on problems has been a huge improvement for me. I think I would let things slide if people are misbehaving, and I think if there's something I'm unhappy with, I always let people know. I've improved immensely on that, and Fabian has helped me kind of like explaining to me or like helped me realize how important it is, because if there's someone doing something, let's say he's misbehaving and you don't tell him, then of course he's not going to stop doing it. So it's just really important to let people know.
We want to make sure also in questionnaire assessment, personality assessment, how do they react to stress, how is their emotional control, how assertive are they, choking under pressure, underperforming, not being able to match your performance from practice on stage. And then there's also different routines we will do. You see us slow-paced breathing, we do some opening up exercise, focusing on our strengths. We are here always focusing on how we can get better And when you always focus on how you can get better, then it's really easy to forget how good you are at some aspects. In the end, we are trying to improve these small margins, whereas the majority is just on point already. Of course, we all get measured by our results. That's where we get paid for, and people want us to succeed. But I think it's really narrow to just look at the outcome, because the outcome has a lot to do also with the other team, whereas the process has more to do with ourselves, with the staff and the players itself. So we have obviously goals and there are outcomes, whereas they just lead us or give us an ambition to go in a direction, whereas the direction or the process, the road to the goal is really important. If you're always outcome oriented, for example in the LEC we play Friday and Saturday, on the Super Weeks Friday, Saturday and Sunday, because we lose on a Friday and you don't have 24 hours to actually reset yourself and you're still upset, then it's too late. We're getting with one guy less into the game, and then it's most likely also a loss again. And we even started 0-4, but we were really sure about where we want to go, and we turned around and have now 4 wins and 1 loss in the last 5 games. So this is some important aspect of resilience and grabbing to our roots where we believe in, instead of starting to fight each other, because it's obviously really easy. 0-4 is the worst start possible. But we don't shy away from the outcome, and that's really important, and that's the mindset that most players have. Most people who join or start working, especially with Simon and I, outside of the game, they think, I'm quite skeptical, but let's try it. As soon as their life is getting easier, they have more energy, they are less stressed, less emotional. We have the foot in the door and there's a relationship, and if we have a relationship and trust, and then we are going on the same direction, and we actually outperform other organizations over time, because we are not delaying the process with guys being really tired, really emotional, and wasting 1 or 2 scrims of the day. We want to make sure when we start, we have energy, when we end, we still have energy, and that's why we're here. And we all believe that we have the best setup, and we want to show this also in the end on the stage when it really matters.